Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Myers downplays West leaving Warriors. Had Clay been traded in 2014? The late Jerry West strongly opposed the Warriors potentially trading Klay Thompson to the Minnesota Timberwolves for former NBA All-Star Kevin Love in 2014. So much so, that it long has been understood that West was prepared to leave Golden State had the franchise pulled the trigger on the blockbuster deal. But Bob Myers doesn't remember the story that way. Instead, the former Warriors president and general manager revealed a much calmer outlook on the Thompson trade dramatics when talking to 95.7 The Game's Steiny and Guru on Wednesday. "That is like this mythical story," Myers told Matt Steinmetz and Daryl Johnson. "And I always tell people, that was as close as people thought because nothing was going on in the NBA that story dragged, so I tell people we never got as close as people think. They don't believe me, or whatever. Had that deal been close, we would have requested Kevin Love's medical, because he had some medical stuff going on, and we never did. Sure, our job is to look at it. It never got to the point where we wanted to do it, and Jerry said, if we do it, I'm out of here. It never got to that level, but it's a fun story for people to tell. And people remember it in such a way." During the 2014-15 NBA season, Love averaged 26.1 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 4.4 assists. Thompson was averaging 18.4 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 2.2 assists, not yet the top 10 NBA MVP finalist he'd be the following season. Fortunately for the Warriors and Dub Nation, no trade for Love ever saw the light of day, and 4 NBA championships later, Thompson just finished his 13th season with the franchise. Myers is adamant that the trade never had any life, and that Golden State appreciates Thompson like no other then and now. "We all love Klay," Myers said. "People want to say that had Jerry not stepped in, that wasn't Joe. Lacob loves Klay, I love Klay, Steve, Kerr, everybody. Jerry was a big fan, and that kind of took on a life of its own. But I don't know if I can ever talk that one down." Love, childhood friend of Thompson, ultimately would become a longtime Warriors rival as a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers, as the two franchises met 4 consecutive times in the NBA Finals from 2015 to 2018. Thompson and the Warriors beat Love and the Cavs in 3 of the 4 finals matchups. Myers, like Dub Nation and all NBA fans, will dearly miss West. However, Myers doesn't want any stories to get twisted. He did not want to do it, Myers added, referring to the idea of trading Thompson. But to the point that everybody else did, that part isn't true. But he definitely didn't want to. West, among so many other powerful things, was a prideful Thompson fan and proponent of Golden State's dynasty. The logo was not going anywhere. Young claims Steph was near tears when KD won 2018 Finals MVP. The 2018 NBA Finals between the Warriors and Cleveland Cavaliers was a competitive neck-to-neck race, but not between the two teams playing each other. Instead, Steph Curry and former Warriors teammate Kevin Durant showcased performances worthy of winning the NBA Finals MVP award through the first 2 games of the best-of-7 series. But after Curry's shooting struggles in Game 3, a game Golden State still won, ex-Warriors guard Nick Young said he witnessed Curry being visibly upset in the locker room afterward. "I remember they were neck and neck, KD and Steph," Young recalled on a recent episode of Gil's Arena, featuring host Gilbert Arenas. "And then Steph had one bad game and KD was hitting. In the locker room, Steph's head was down, damn near in tears after a win. He wanted to win that award. KD was trying to give it to him. KD had won it the year before, so he was trying to give it to him. But Steph couldn't make a shot. He had like the lowest he scored in the finals. But it was a sweep. Curry dropped 29 points in Game 1 that series and then topped it with 33 points in Game 2 on 9 made threes. Meanwhile, Durant finished with 26 points in both Game 1 and Game 2. Things changed in the following contest, though, as the series relocated to Cleveland. Curry finished the game with just 11 points on 3 of 16 shooting, 18.7% from the field and 1 of 10, 10% from three-point range, with 5 rebounds and 6 assists in just under 40 minutes. Durant not only maintained his dominance in Game 3 but maximized it with a 40-piece, finishing with 43 points on 15 of 23 shooting, 65.2% from the field and 6 of 9, 66.7% from deep, along with 13 rebounds and 7 assists in 43 minutes. When it initially seemed like the Finals MVP trophy was up for grabs between the two stars, their respective Game 3 showings made the result a little more clear. Curry in the past has downplayed his emotional state after losing the award to his future Hall of Fame teammate, stating he wasn't so much upset with not winning the award but more frustrated with himself for playing like trash in Game 3. Nonetheless, there's no question about how Curry, Durant and the entire Warriors organization felt after winning their second consecutive NBA title as a group. Plus, Curry finally earned the Finals MVP 4 years later when the Warriors defeated the Boston Celtics in the 2022 NBA Finals. Blockbuster trade proposal sends Kevin Durant back to Warriors, Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga and Kevin Looney to Suns. One NBA analyst proposed that the Golden State Warriors acquire old friend Kevin Durant from the Phoenix Suns this offseason. Grant Hughes of Bleacher Report proposed the following trade idea between the Warriors and Suns. The trade: the Golden State Warriors acquire Kevin Durant from the Phoenix Suns for Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Kevin Looney, and a 2025 first-round pick. The Warriors missed the playoffs this year, while the Suns lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round in 4 games. This deal would give the Suns immediate 3-and-D help from Wiggins, a cheaper alternative to Jusuf Nurkic at center, a potential star in Kuminga, cash savings, and actual draft equity, all for a player entering his age 36 season, Hughes wrote. Phoenix has shown no inclination to diversify, instead opting to build its team around stars and hoping to figure out the rest later. That approach didn't work out so well last season, and Durant always feels like he's a few disgruntled weeks away from his next trade demand. Durant's shaky personal history with Draymond Green is an obvious concern, but he would give the Warriors one of the few players good enough to possibly get them back into the contender class. The Suns would assuredly ask for the Warriors' 2027 first-round pick as well, and they might prioritize someone like Gary Payton too, player option, or Moses Moody over Looney. But the above deal is actually legal under the CBA, while one with Moody in Looney's place wouldn't quite meet the salary matching rules. Durant played for the Warriors from 2016-17 to 2018-19. The NBA legend won 2 championships and 2 Finals MVPs before leaving for the Brooklyn Nets in 2019. One of the greatest scorers in NBA history, Durant averaged 25.8 points, 7.1 rebounds and 5.4 assists in 208 games with the Warriors. Since leaving the Warriors, Durant has won only 2 playoff series. He's been swept twice in the first round of the postseason. Durant will make $49.9 million next season and $53.3 million in 2025-26. He averaged 27.1 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 5.0 assists this season while shooting 52.3% from the field, 41.3% from beyond the arc, and 85.6% from the free throw line. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Kevin Durant? Leave your opinion in the comments.